Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video. And today we'll be going over bionanogenomics, ticker symbol BNGO. We're gonna be going over a huge announcement coming out tomorrow for BNGO, which is their Q4 earnings release. We're gonna talk about how this is affecting the stock price and everything you need to know going into the earnings. And we'll also be going over some technical analysis on this stock so you guys can kind of track out some potential plays and trades on this stock. But before we get into that, I want you guys to go ahead, give a like on the channel, subscribe, and also turn on those post notifications so you know whenever we come out with a new video. And I also have my Instagram linked down below if you guys want to follow that. I come out with some new stuff regarding the channel on there, so you guys can check that out if you're interested in more. But let's get right into it. Bionanogenomics. We came back here for recent price action. We bounced off the 200 and the 50 EMA, came all the way up to here at $16, huge price increase. And then we've been kind of following the market's recent downturn, coming all the way down to a low back in the $5 range. So if you caught any shares in this range, you're definitely looking at some good profits. And then today, to start the week on Monday, we are looking at like an 18% increase on the day. So we're coming up all the way here. It looks like we're testing this 50 EMA on the daily chart, and it's looking like we are going to reject off this. Looks like we tried to break past, but we could not. But let's move on into this earnings news. As you can see here, I have a article pulled up here on Yahoo Finance by Zacks Equity Research. Why bionanogenomics, BNGO, might surprise this earnings season. And that's the main reason that this stock is up so high today, and we have an 18% increase on the day to start out the market. This basically a lot of investors are expecting to hear some great news on this earnings, and it's looking like it's going to beat a lot of expectations. So investors are always looking for stocks that are poised to be at earnings season, and bionanogenomics is going to be one of those companies. Right here it says, because bionanogenomics is seeing favorable earnings estimate revision activity as of late, which is generally a precursor to an earnings beat. And that is huge news. They are just basically predicting that all of the earnings report for BNGO is going to beat their expectations, and it's going to improve the company. And whenever a stock does beat expectations, the stock just tends to kind of explode. The market kind of overreacts, and the stock sees huge influx, which is why you're seeing it being priced in today. These expectations are most likely going to be beaten tomorrow whenever the earnings come out. So the earnings will come out March 9th after market close. So mark that on your calendar. Make sure you know that date. March 9th after hours is when BNGO will be releasing their earnings for Q4. And this is huge. As you can see here, it's a very big factor in the stock price, and it's being kind of played in right now. So we have an 18.46% increase on the day. People are really bullish on this earnings report. Now let's get into some of these expectations and what we can expect to see in the earnings. So we go here, and this is our earnings estimate for Q4. We have an average estimate of negative 0.05 earnings per share, and the low being 0.06 and the high being 0.05. So if we get anything closer to the zero mark, if we beat this 0.05 or get close to this 0.05, that's what you can expect to send this stock sky high. But I want you guys to be very, very careful after earnings. If you're in this stock already, you're seeing some pretty good increases. And after the earnings come out, if it does in fact beat expectations and we do get that good news, this stock could see a lot of selling after the good news comes out. In my experience, after earnings come out and they are good earnings, that will already be kind of in the stock price already, as we see today with the big increase. And investors who were already in will be looking to kind of get their money after the news kind of comes out, and they're looking to sell the news. So be very, very careful of that if you are in this stock already. If you're in it long term, that's fine. Then you're willing to kind of live through the people who just kind of sell the news to kind of get those profits, kind of secure them. But if you are just looking to trade this stock, be very careful with this news coming out. If you're looking to just kind of trade it, I would recommend, if you're not already in this, trading after the news comes out when price has kind of settled down and there's less volatility kind of going on. But kind of to recap, look for those earnings tomorrow after market hours, March 9th, and look for earnings per share to be beat. Make sure you're looking at this 0.05 number, this negative 0.05. Look for earnings per share to beat that. If you see that, then that is good news, and you can expect the stock to go up. And then there should be kind of a lot of investors selling that news, and then expect after that the stock to come back down. Moving into some technical analysis, as you can see here, we kind of talked about earlier, this is kind of being an important resistance here at the 50 EMA for the daily candle. And as a support, I kind of like the bottom of this wick as the low. If I can get my support, there we go. You can see here, this is kind of the range we're playing around in today. Let's actually drop this a little bit right there. That looks a lot better. So we have resistance here at the 50 EMA on the daily at 875, and then a support down here at 718. So if you caught anything below the support and you are now up in here, you're looking at some massive gains based on those good expectations for the earnings. But then we can expect our next resistance to come up to around here. So if we do get some good expectations and you're looking at long-term holding this stock, you can expect it to come probably all the way up to this resistance at $11. As you can see, a lot of we have a good resistance here on this candle, and then it also was a old support, but once it broke past, it became resistance. So we can expect this around $11. This would be our next profit target once we get a good break out past the 50. As a long term, this would be our next profit. And then after that, I like the old all-time high around 1561 to be our next profit target. So first profit target for long-term trades would be here at 1120, and then our next one would be at 15, almost $16. And our support, if this does not break and we come back down, we would be out of the trade completely if we get anything below 718. Be very careful. We don't want to be anywhere in this range until we start creating more supports. So our next support, if we do get a break below that support, would be here. Look for anything to come. So we're out of this trade if it breaks down below this support at 717, and then we'd be looking to buy back in around the 557 range if it comes down to it. However, if you are interested in more short-term trades, we'll be looking at this. However, I do recommend not trading anything prior to earnings or close after. I recommend waiting till price kind of settles down after the earnings. But taking a look here on the 30-minute, we have a good resistance here at the 50, and then support created down here on this candle wick here. Also, I think a good support level would be this 50 EMA on the 30-minute. So look for anything to reject off of this and keep going up. But basically, the trade that we are looking for is for a break above this 898 on the short term. So then we can then probably take it up to here. This would be our first take profit, basically, if you're playing this short term. So we would look for a solid candle above 878, a solid bullish candle, and then you would be putting your stops anywhere probably around here. So we'd be looking for a solid break above, take it here, and then we'd be taking our first take profit here, 1039. And anything below this, you do not want to be in the trade short term because this would then go into bearish momentum. However, it does come down and we do get a kind of a bounce off this 50 EMA, you could take it potentially there, getting better price entry. However, if this does continue bullish, we want to be part of this bullish momentum, and we would be taking our entry here. And then our next take profit would be kind of shorter. It would be around this 200 EMA mark. This is kind of a smaller one, but it's definitely a problem area, especially with the 200 EMA being here, and we also have a daily resistance in this area. So this is kind of a tricky area, so you'd be looking to take profits here again, just in case we do get a rejection off these two very strong resistance points. So be very careful around this area. Make sure you're taking profits and moving stops as price moves forward. But I think that's all I have today for these potential plays on BNGO and the earnings announcement. Again, be very, very careful with those earnings if you are looking to trade the earnings. If you're a long-term investor, you are willing to kind of work through those earnings. But as always, give a like on this video if you found some value in it. Subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with a new video. And also, I have my Instagram link down below if you want to follow that if you're interested. As always, have a great day, guys. Get some gains in the market today, and I will see you next time. Peace.